请我们双方球员暂时停止赛前练习，我们即将要来开场了。 线上以及现场的所有乘客球员朋友们，大家好，我是一博。
Hello， 大家好，我是元气 MC 若彤。
很开心呢，今天在平日的时间可以见到大家来到我们板桥体育馆支持领航员。那现在呢，我想要邀请现场所有的乘客，如果你准备好一起迎接9连胜，我要听到一个最大的尖叫声。
是的，也邀请大家今天继续卖力的应援，让我们继续拿下胜利。
好的，今天呢也是我们领航大舞厅主题周的最后一天啦，真的很开心，各地的乘客都来到这里支持我们。
是的，没错，谢谢大家的支持。
那当然，今天是最后一天的主题周，也希望所有乘客跟我们一起迎合这个主题呢，动起你的身体，暖暖你的身体，加入这个领航大舞厅。
没错，放开来玩，尽情 party， 尽情的享受，还有摇摆。 今天也有很多结合舞蹈表演的游戏，请大家也敬请期待啦。
好的，那接下来呢，就让我们一起来欢迎今天的与会贵宾。那也邀请呢所有乘客用热情来欢迎他们，也请昌明道的贵宾挥挥手，跟大家打声招呼。首先，让我们欢迎兆丰金控暨兆丰银行董事长董瑞斌董事长，
欢迎董事长，
欢迎。接着欢迎。 和库金控暨和库银行董事长林衍茂董事长，欢迎。
接下来是 GA 黄金甲事业发展暨行销部蔡燕祥经理，欢迎。
欢迎。
台大医院外科加护病房主任周乃宽医师，欢迎您。
欢迎。好的，那接下来呢，在今天，请我们所有乘客。 把这一段时间借给我们，我们有一小段影片呢，要一起送给一位朋友。那接下来呢，因为我看到现在他还不在现场，那接下来我们要用热情的来欢迎他们，然后一起来邀请他看这一段影片。那如果我现在讲这个资讯，你们可以心中猜一下他是谁？他呢陪伴了我们4个球季。 那我们也陪伴了他历经灌篮的时刻，以及他伤病的时刻。接下来这段影片，请大家帮我瞄向大荧幕，我们要送给玉瑞这段影片。
Hello， 各位桃园领航员的球迷们，大家好，我是陈玉瑞。
里面有多打少机会，2个打1个。
这是在下半场哇！今天下半场陈玉瑞没有极限，这个球被抄到。不过哪有？哎呀，踉跄的差点出界，在救回陈玉瑞。
哇，看一下这球，我觉得空档机会陈玉瑞，要将每个比赛都穿内于前，最后我们把炸弹丢给了秦。
就是要设立一个比较困难的目标嘛，这才称得上是目标。那希望就是最后季末的时候，我们2个联盟都可以拿到一个冠军的成绩，这样。那就是想跟季末自己说，请那时候的自己可以好好放心的在球场上拼战，然后我现在会好好的复健。
不哭，眼泪是珍珠。
One day pilots, forever pilots。再次最大掌声送给飞扣后卫陈玉瑞。 谢谢玉瑞，和我们一起创造这么多篮球的回忆，以及最后一起拿下了冠军，永远的好兄弟。好的，那接下来呢，我们也要欢迎今天的来访客队——新竹洋基工程。
首先为大家介绍今日客队新竹洋基工程球员登入名单：0号叶维杰，4号江嘉乐，5号李汉生 ，Number 7 Alessandro Alaza，9号庄朝胜，15号林志伟，21号吕冠廷，27号张镇雅，28号陈玉瑞 ，Number 66 Quincy Davis 戴维斯 ，Number 94 George King 乔治金，先发5人名单 ，Number 1 Lauren Jackson 杰克森，13号高伟伦 ，Number 37 Marcus Quirk 马克斯。Number 49 Mindaugas Paxos 布萨斯，77号张博维，教练团 Assistant Coach Polychronis Maratidis 助理教练蔡耀勋，总教练李义华，总经理钱维成。
成长不是偶然。成长不是偶然，而是一次又一次，让胜利变得理所当然。无缘接触，办到所有球队办到4月10的联盟。在。是。
Right here, let's get with fight。过去、现在、未来 ，We take it off。一再探头率先在请跟着音乐点着头。Oh, eyes on me， 我们对付起来变着手。Cause we ready to the fly you've been waiting for, waiting for, waiting for, waiting for. Oh, oh, oh.
Dare to fly， 我来主宰，这是我的舞台，随便都是 highlight。Dare to fly， 超人期待。Dare to fly， 我来主宰，这是我的舞台，随便都是 highlight。Dare to fly， 超人期待。We are pilots。
Oh, eyes on me, oh, eyes on me, oh, eyes on me. Me and my crew 都在找寻 pilots， 你要小心，我们离目标就快靠近。Cause we ready to fly, we fly into the sky， 也知道你们都会在。Cause we know what you're waiting for, waiting for, waiting for, waiting for. Oh, oh, oh.
Dare to fly， 我来主宰，这是我的舞台，随便都是 highlight。Dare to fly， 超人期待。Dare to fly， 我来主宰，这是我的舞台，随便都是 highlight。Dare to fly， 超人期待。We are pilots。Dare to fly， 我来主宰，这是我的舞台，随便都是 highlight。Dare to fly， 超人期待。Dare to fly， 我来主宰，这是我的舞台，随便都是 highlight。Dare to fly， 超人期待。We are pilots。
让我们欢迎桃园璞园领航员球员名单。全名号5号威朗喷射机飞进你的心，欧文陈向爽。全名号3号控球生力军空中好声音帅气小生陈立胜。全名号10号坚持到底标配男子汉李明威。全名号13号空中飞龙禁区龙卷风谭杰龙。全名号25号你的护国神阵领航不倒翁林正。全名号31号 Number 31领航装甲车拦下堡垒 William Martino。全名号6号正南之光偏跳大师关达了没啦？关达佑。Starting Five 先发5人名单。全名号24号 Number 24重返天际线桃园哥哥 Champion Greg。全名号1号 Number 1禁区爆竹篮板先知 Mustafa D Andi。这是球员名号21号 Number 21波浪咖啡3分王 Alex Brown。全名号30号控球魔术师神奇小白白耀成。板桥，我要听到一个最大的尖叫声！让我们欢迎球员编号69号，全城的希望，狂野 MVP 夜王69卢俊祥。欢迎双方的球员。桃园吴云凯、方式彭丽珍，体能教练刘厚少，体能教练刘年杰，助理教练柯焕伟，助理教练唐伟杰，助理教练陈世杰，助理教练黄启峰，助理教练及球员发展总监杨一峰，总教练 Caminos， 副领队黄少恩，副领队陈信安。好的，现在呢，先请我们双方的球员在场边稍待片刻。我们即将进行 P.LEAGUE 2025-26 GA 黄金甲12月 MVP 的颁奖。现在呢，要请我们乘客球员朋友们把热情借给我们。夜王卢俊祥缴出单月场均19分、5.7助攻、3.3篮板的全方位表现，帮助我们领航员延续连胜，荣获 P.LEAGUE 25-26赛季 GA 黄金甲12月 MVP 的殊荣。这是俊祥的生涯第8次荣获我们单月最有价值球员，又再创了联盟新纪录。现在就欢迎夜王69卢俊祥。For the King！ 同时也欢迎我们 P.LEAGUE 副会长陈建州黑哥以及 GA 黄金甲事业发展暨行销部蔡彦祥经理上台颁奖，欢迎。
现在也请黑哥为我们颁发 MVP 的奖杯。也请蔡彦祥经理颁发获得最多冠军选手指定的保健品牌 GA 黄金甲1年份的明星商品。 无论场上场下都是你最强的后盾。让我们3位一起看向前方，媒体朋友，我们来拍张照留个纪念。看向前方，来，3、2、1。左边的朋友，3、2、1。好，右边的媒体朋友，3、2、1。好的，谢谢黑哥还有蔡总经理。那我们也请俊祥先留步，我们来单独拍一张照片，一样看向前方。好，准备好了吗？3、2、1。好，非常好。好，还有哪边的媒体朋友要补的吗？好，我们再拍一次。好，来看向前方，3、2、1。好的，非常好，谢谢，再次恭喜俊祥，谢谢。
再次掌声送给卢俊祥。
谢谢，谢谢俊祥。
好的。现场所有乘客，我们来到工商时。
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, seniors and youths. Plus, the Tuesday night basketball is here at Banchao Stadium, where the Pilots will bookend this 3-game and 4-night homestand at their new digs for the season. In town are the Yankey ARK to play the Plus League's reigning defending champs and current regular season #1 squad. I'm Ryan Chen. Thank you for tuning into this English commentary of Plus League basketball. The Pilots, with a perfect 8 wins and no losses to their record, have already broken the Kings that previously set 7 straight games to start the season. Sitting firmly at first place, while the Yankey ARK are trying to get their bearings in this league as a expansion franchise, have not tasted the sweet savors of victory. Wu Mingxian and Jason from Formosa Television, Huang Tongcao are your Mandarin commentators. 球迷朋友们找到了官方的英文转播，要听吴明贤跟黄宗超的讲评，要按照中文的讲评连接。但谢谢你的收看，记得我们 Plus League 转播都要帮我们按赞。These two teams have previously only played each other one time this regular season. That was all the way back on December 27th, Saturday, at Hsinchu Municipal Gymnasium. On screen now is Jackie Li Jiakang, who won the previous week's week MVP. The counting of the Plus League weeks ends on Sundays now, so he is in street clothes, not expected to play. Speaking with Mr. Lee of the Pauian organization. And Mustafa Deng on your screen. He will be getting the start, and he's been a 5-time now, will be 6-time starter this season for the Pilots in Plus League action. Jackie also won Week 22 Week MVP back last season. He scored 32 points against the Braves in Hoping Gymnasium, the highest local player scoring average of the season, and it was 4 points more than the next mark, which is funny enough, Beast and Justin going back and forth for 28 points back on December 29 of 2024. Hoping to perhaps make his mark in the Plus League ranks. First overall pick, Warren Yeweijie, with only a 27% field goal percentage and only 17% from beyond the arc. His family previously shown on camera in the building as well. On the season, a 9.4 points per game score, so it's coming on not very efficient scoring. But he is only a rookie after all on a team that has now even more veteran presence. And we'll get to those momentarily, as the one thing that the Yankee ARK are best at in the Plus League is their free throw shooting at 75% as a squad. And to make things fair, they allow 67% from their opponents. Those top shooters in terms of free throw attempts includes Lauren Jackson, their point guard, 35 attempts, hitting 80%. Koopsas, 9 for 11. Warrenet's actually 9 for 11 as well. And then backup guard Galway Lewin is 7 for 8, our number of the ARK standouts. For the Pilot side, they've set a record of 8 straight wins to open the season, going for their own record of 10, tied with the Dreamers. The Pilots' last game against the ARK, in the only game, as I mentioned, a 127-91 victory, where the bench scored 71 of those points. And that's for good reason as well, as the starters actually only shot 44% to the Pilots' bench that night of 59%. Well, 127 is the Pilots' team record in the Plus League. Their previous high was 123 last season. Something to look out for. If Justin Lu Junxiang can score 15 points, he will be the very first individual in Plus League history to reach the 2K mark. Number 2 on the local side is Braves' Chen Yowei. He is 653 points behind. And number 2 overall, also a member of the Braves, Michael Singletary, 219 points. To be fair, Michael Singletary out part of the season with that knee injury a couple years ago, and last season did not play in the Plus League. In fact, played in a another marketplace, as you see Chairman Liu of the Yankee organization, probably not too far of a drive over, taking things on as David, the general manager, close to the ARK bench. Tonight's officials will be from left to right, Yu Long, Zhang Liyue, and He Xuanwei. Migosas Kupsas, Marcus Quirk, Weber, Zhang Bowei, Lauren Jackson, and Galwei Lun will be the starters for the ARK. As for the pilots, Amdi, Alec Brown, Travion Graham, Ethan Bialton, and Justin Lu Junxiang will be their starting five. Zhao Feng Financial Group's chairman to toss the ceremonial toss. You might have saw in some of the clips. If not, if you tuned in earlier, Justin was presented with the December month MVP, his 8th and a Plus League best that he set and continues to push. The tip is up, and the ARK have won it with one of their newer members, and Zhang Bowei getting an early deuce. Zhang Bowei previously played in the Plus League for the Kaohsiung Steelers. Was also a member of the Braves back in 2016 through the 2021 calendar year. There you see beating Travion Graham to the basket. Loop pass to Justin on the baseline, and he is fouled at Kupsas in help defense. Another look as Amdi providing a screen, and it must be the touch to the head. We have seen our roller coaster ride of free throw shooting. The Pilots very good on Saturday against the Ghost Hawks, and then a regression to the mean on Sunday against the Braves. You hear that right? They're playing their 3rd game in 4 nights, and perhaps a consideration why Jackie might not participate in this one. Galwei Lun on the curl, takes the shot, and Amdi beats Kupsas to the board. Quirk jumping in front of that pass. Quirk out of Huey Keda, one of the ARK's international students, as Brown a touch in the middle of the zone. Justin letting it fly and rattling it in. As the Pilots with the 4-2 lead. It was a long 2, the referees and score table says. On a switch, Quirk goes to the post as Kupsas gets a deep touch, getting by 1, and Alec Brown commits the foul. I think Amdi shouldn't draw that much defensive attention, leaving Justin open on the outside. Lithuania's Mindaugas Kupsas at the line. Listed at 216 centimeters. As the ARK sink once again into their 2-3 zone. Ambi screens for Ethan. Jump pass to Graham. He's got a look in the corner, a little strong as Justin bats it off the side of the backboard, and it will be ARK ball. They're wearing their black kit. The Pilots in their orange alternative colors. Jackson screen for, now the pocket pass as Kupsas can't get it. On the run, Galway Lone with a steal, and Kupsas throws it right to Taoyuan Graham. Switches, now looking for the back door as Justin's forcing the miss. Graham picks up his teammate. Taoyuan Graham back with the Pilots for part of a third season. He joined 2-2-8. 2 seasons ago was his first game. Weber into the painted area. Now Quirk's turn, drives on Brown. Easy block as, we'll see about the out of bounds. Referees will have it baseline out of bounds for the ARK. Pauian, a whistle for him, and it's on the floor. Fresh 14 for the ARK. The Pilots right now with 2 team fouls, as indicated by the white blocks on your scorebook. Andy this season has had to guard the likes of Samuel Degara in the East Asia Super League, as Kupsas takes advantage inside with 2. Taoyuan Graham, that's in and out. Are getting the run. Lauren Jackson with 2 contesting, still gets it to fall, as the ARK maintain a 8-6 lead. Ambi to the other side as Justin and Graham on a side, and a little handsy with the defense. Pilots this season are a 40 percentage point three-point shooting team. As Justin fakes the pass, and the elbow jumper is good. Now 2-time Plus League MVP Justin and the Pilots getting their first title. He was the finals MVP as well. Jackson curling, has got a crease, floats it up, and that's off as Kupsas is fouled. And they are waving it. Something's going on. They say foul first, no free throws, no basket. There you see the ARK probably thought they matched up defensively, and then Justin made the shot anyways, as Brown will head to the bench. He's got 2 personal. So despite bringing in Artino, Ambi's still on it, and look out. I think they're going to call it interference. To corner, Kupsas driven by, and Ethan's got the easy layup. Got the ARK out of rotation defensively, and the fast break out of bounds. There's the ARK head coach, Li Yihua, but from his previous Mandarin name, we've called him Guangge all this time. Martino in for Brown. Heads to the dunker spot as Justin probes, nothing there. Ethan from the free throw area, clean swish as the Pilots have taken the lead. Jackson driving and through the hands of Allen Galwaylun, out of bounds. The ARK will bring in former Pilot Chen Yurei, who we saw a Pilot's tribute video for him in the pregame. Joined in the 2021-22 season. 110 games played, 342 total points as Justin, nothing but net. And just like that, the Pilots opening up with a 2-possession lead, and that is my biggest concern for the ARK defense, is allowing a very high percentage of three-pointers made in a small 5-game sample, but still, it's a lot of threes as Kupsas stays hot, floats it in with the right hand. A double screen as Justin lets it go, and another three. He's got an early 12 points in this one as Jackson gets by, overpass, Chen finding it, and Graham jumped the pass. They walled off Kupsas with 2 men. And it's going to be an offensive foul. Amdi bodying with Marcus Quirk on the fast break. So it will be Yankee ARK ball after the stoppage here. At 6 minutes, 15 seconds remaining in the first quarter. We have our first timeout of the game. Thank you for tuning in. We'll be back with the Pilots surging ahead.
掌声送给 Palace Crew。
Thank you for tuning into this broadcast of Plus League Basketball. If you're watching on YouTube, be sure to leave a like, or make sure that like is clicked for getting back to full screen and to the action. Justin Lu Junxiang, the hottest scorer in the building with 12 points on 4 of 5 shooting. And we are a mere 3 points away from seeing our first 2,000 career point scorer in the Plus League. It'll be a while before we see another one. As Yergi looking a little perplexed. Must have saw the video replay of that last offensive foul and was confused. A modified horn set as Kupsas from the middle. Working a 2-man game with Jackson. The tough jumper doesn't go. And they say ARK basketball. And Yergi will issue the challenge. So another stoppage as now his players are also bewildered. The Pilots are coming off 2 straight weekend wins where they actually looked a little vulnerable.
Going under. Quick. Let's go to leave zone 3.
They were held under 100 points for the first time in back-to-back games. They led for an average of 38 minutes and 31 seconds, but only led by an average of 13 points and won by an average of 9. And I think it's apt to say they're disciplined and thus their defense held firm, allowing below actually the season average defensively, as referees are asking for a different angle. This is close in and it's a pretty obvious miscall. Now, considering how much taller Koopsas is, I think that's the right call. And it should have been the obvious observation. Not much to explain here, although the scores table did hand the microphone to, funny enough, the U1. Pilots with a 6-point lead as the ARK in man defense now. An unsportsmanlike foul gesture by the aforementioned U1. 2 free throws and the basketball. Let's get another look at it's Jackson tugging at Ethan's right hand. That seems pretty obvious to me. Now, understandably, it's not an egregious foul, but according to the rule books, you have to play the basketball. Tugging at the jerseys or tugging, especially at the limbs, not allowed. If Jackson was grabbing for Ethan's waist, that might be falling into the gray area as we see Allison Joof check in. We had quite our more than our fair share of specialty fouls in the last game. Pilots Braves, where Troy Gillenwater shoved Jackie on the sideline after a steal, was assessed an unsportsmanlike, and there was a little bit of a kerfuffle afterwards. Funny enough, the hardest punishments were to Beast and Amdi, who came from their respective benches, and you can't do that. Ejected as Graham. Another bucket for him and a 10-point lead for the Pilots. Ball getting to the backcourt as 2 Pilots end up on the deck. Alassane with a free lane and a powerful two-handed slam. The ARK could use that possession, as scoring in the half court has not been as easy. Save for one Koopsas. Jump past to Graham, already making one. All the time in the world. No on the bounce as Artino to Justin with a reload. Yes, and there it is. A 2K score for the Plus League history books. Justin Lu Jingxiang. Sitting pretty on top of league record books. Guarding former teammate Taoyuan as Jackson, 2. Taoyuan, his 3 is too strong. Artino running the lane as Graham, little drive and kick. Bandayo, 3 and good. Easy work as a timeout on the floor. ARK already falling into their familiar form, down by 14, and there you see the Pilots 6 for 9 beyond the ARK. That is unacceptable defense. Before I said that perhaps it could be irregularity in terms of statistics that the ARK's opponents shoot so well from the outside. Let me actually get you the stat. On the season, 5 games coming into tonight, Yankee ARK's opponents have made 40.63 pointers, with Justin Three going in the history books. Nice for us to get a chance to relive all the angles of that one.
Important. Hey, we start doing better. We try.
Graphics already prepared beforehand, now shown to the crowd in the arena. As the pilots take the floor once again. The ARK will make a substitution to bring in George King, number 94. Letting the hair loose a little bit. Previously saw him in horn rolls. Let's see what adjustments the ARK have made. They'll start on offense with Guandayo guarding number 1 Jackson. Ball out of bounds. Travion Graham gambling on the lazy pass. On screening, now going to the block as Taoyuan's hit, and it will be free throws. He's driving number 10, Li Mingwei. You see the right arm going through. I don't know if it had so much to do with the wild flail of the arms. The aforementioned rookie Yuich is in as well. He's on the block between Wayne and Artino. Li Mingwei used to be Lin Ziwei. It's pretty common in Taiwan that players and really any member of the populace actually goes with a name change after a given number of years. This statistician doesn't have that data, but because it happens in baseball actually, where after a few seasons the player might show up with a new name. Dumping it down low to Artino, taking on Alasang. 2 dribbles, going to the left hand, and a whistle comes. They say on a hold. So the pilots now in the bonus for 3 minutes, 43 seconds left in the first quarter, though that was a shooting foul. Alasang is playing his first season in professional basketball, having played in the Super Basketball League, which is a Chinese Taipei Basketball Association run league. Artino misses for 2 free throws. Jackson, a dribble pull-up 3, a beauty. Trying to find his stroke, and it's coming back. Now 33% three-point shooter is Jackson. Came in after having played in Europe with a reputation for good outside shooting. As Guandayo probes, looking for a pass. Graham driving, giving the screen, floats it up, easy. Artino working in the middle of that zone, causing disruptions. Skip pass. George King, one of his first 2 touches. Out to Jackson. Not an accurate pass, so Warren puts on deck a hurried shot and a brick. Numbers for the Pilots going forward. Guandayo steps into a 3, lets it go, and butter. So just as the ARK finally stopped the scoring streak, Pilots rev up that engine again. Alasang looking to hand off with Jackson. Now ball screen, but Jackson dribble pull up and another. Already proved he can dribble pull up right. Now he can do it with the left hand as well in this game. Someone to look out for. Graham driving the gap, and he's hit. So bonus free throws. And a look at, I think it was Taoyuan trying to do some damage from behind. Not playing the ball. Kupsas and number 9 for the ARK. Zhang Caoshen will check in. In place of Jackson. Zhang Caoshen also goes by Doobie. Went to Zhenzi University in Taipei as rebound. Graham will slipped of a footing, so they'll start running some offense. Guan Dayo driving the gap, putting it up off the window. Quick 8 points for him in this contest. Good clutch move as Kupsa stayed with his man. Now Guan Dayo guarding King as the ARK start some ball movement. Driving Graham, spin counter to the left hand, a little too strong. Looking to reach the 40-point mark as backup point guard Chen Jiangshuang called for travel, did not put the ball down. Here you see George even swipe at it. Kupsas try to deke Guan Dayo off the shot or off the pass. We talk about Taoyuan joining the second season of the Pilots. Guan Dayo and a teammate as George beats Guan Dayo, the aforementioned Guan Dayo. Guan Dayo, one of the original members of the Pilots, along with number 25, Li Zhen. Looks like a set play as Chen Jiangshuang can't make the layup. Now the ARK with numbers, trying to oop it up, and look out. George King taking behind the basket support. And Travion Graham trying to get an explanation on that one. It's a tough situation for the lead official there. He's kind of blinded by the play, though there is some body contact. I'll give him that. Could see that. You might not be able to see what's going on up top with the hands and the possible alley-oop layup, but you can see the body bump. So I think the referee deems there's enough contact. That replay, certainly evidence in favor of George King, the newest import to the ARK. After they started this season with Jacoby Coles, who only played 1 game. So it's a 10-point gap as Graham in some trouble. Floats it to Artino, starting to dribble drive. Floats it up the left hand. Graham got it back. Lots of contact as he tries to offer a little shovel pass. Weird spacing for the Pilots. Chen Jiangshuang, 1 ball screen. Floating it up as Guan Dayo can't, and Lin Hingwei in the right place, right time. Another 2 points for the Pilots. Didn't look pretty, but they get themselves perhaps their last offensive possession with a bucket. Pressure defense on Quirk. Now he drives. A hook pass as Kupsa slip of the hand. And no foul calls by the referee. Time expires. The first quarter is now over with as the Pilots cruising to a 37-25 lead over the Yankee ARK.
一起来挑战亚瑟士 Shooting Camp。没错，拿起球对准篮筐，一起投出超神准的3分球。那言投出超神准的3分球，好球！常客照到你哦，投出你超神准的3分球，非常好，超神准的3分球。美女照到你喽，现在是我们的亚瑟士 Shooting Camp， 非常好，谢谢。尤米运球投球，佩晨生日快乐，投出好球，非常好。哦，雅雅，现在是你投出3分球的时候，错边了，错边了，错边了。啊，没错，非常好，投出超神准的3分球，非常好，谢谢，谢谢各位乘客。哦，非常好，动作超标准，非常好。美女抓到你喽，投出一个超神准的3分球，非常好，动作100分。弟弟弟弟，赞哦，超赞！谢谢你们。哦，投出3分好球，非常好，谢谢，真的是太神准了，谢谢每位乘客，让我们继续为领航员加油。
Well, talk about a tale of two different franchises. The Pilots, in their last offensive possession, got lucky with a lay-in on kind of a scramble offense. And on the other side, Miguel's Kupsas, one of the veteran players who's played in this market before, actually airballing a layup attempt. Bandayo up close, somehow finds Lee Miyue, but a tough fadeaway? No, not that time. Bandayo had a behind-the-back pass that I didn't even recognize. For the other side, it's Warren with the good touch on the floater. Martino slipping and gaining back the 12-point lead for the Pilots. Chen Jiangshuang with a dime. Martino was the player of the game 2 nights ago, rightfully so, with a, I believe, 10 for 11 free throw shooting night, as good steal by the Pilots from behind. They'll give him go, and a foul. Have to earn it from the line. Lee Miyue, the 188-centimeter wing player for the Pilots. There we go. He can run the middle lane, too. Number 9, Dobie with the reaching foul as Brown returns. He had 2 personal early in the game, but the Pilots seem like they have adjusted defensively. A rough bounce as the Pilots now looking at 2 for 9 at the line. So you're telling me this game could be blown up even wider. And an 0 for trip. That Saturday Night Magic where they went 25 for 28 is gone, as George King from long range. No need to think about that offensive possession, and a sideline out of bounds by Guantayo. We have a substitution for the Pilots, and the ARK trying to rescind their substitution, as Quincy Davis is now in for Kupsas. Maybe Lauren Jackson getting an early rotation back in. George having made a 3. Spinning on Chen Jiangshuang, beating another defender as Davis picks up the long rebound. Over to Warren, catch and shoot 3, in and out. Good look. Maybe better next time. Artino underneath and a block. And the Pilots will retain possession. Artino was being very generous there. He averages 1.6 assists on the season. Anyway, I have not seen that much playing time. Martino from the free throw line, 2 dribbles, spinning to Owen from the left corner. And it's Artino with another board. The Pilots had 5 offensive rebounds for 9 second chance points in the first quarter. Must be deflating. Artino better position, but cannot smack in the putback. Davis's long arms involved in the screening as Jackson for some space. Another one. Bottoming his third 3 of the game. He's 3 for 3. Now a 6-point margin as Brown gets a touch backdoor. Justin blows the layup as William Martino follows it up with the putback. Quincy Davis given some room and no good. He was a very good 3-point shooter when we last saw him with the Kings. Wide open and Wayne halfway down and out. Quirk with some space and a tough lay-in over and around Alec Brown. Justin driving and an easy lay-in. Davis with a contest and King not abandoning his assignment. King now trying to drive on Brown and gets him off timing. George King the season in only 24 minutes per game, averaging 16.5 points. Justin dumping it to Artino for the easy 2. Right now, the Pilots having their way in the painted area without Kupsas in there. Easy steal and a common foul as Justin taking a big twirl after the contact. He'll be helped up by King and his Pilot teammates. Get another look. A nice find. The ARK not jumping that pass with 2 defenders in between. Meanwhile, see the long skip pass and making it too easy as there see Justin also gave himself up before running into Jackson. Nice of him. Alassane Diouf is in. Only 1 international student can be on the floor at any time as Bonga barks in order. Amby's back in. Justin on the curl, no, and Davis gets the rebound in front of back in the game Amby. Jackson, good hesitation to an open King. No. Great use of the screen and the hesitation move. Justin the other way as Jackson tangles up with Amby, arguing. That did just come from the guard. Get another look at Amby keeping his hands close to his waist, and is there a little bit on the rescreen. That initial screening action looked very clear that Jackson was running into the screener with his body and with his arms. But on that twist, I don't know. It's hard to see. Pauian in as Ethan blows the close one as Jackson with the flop. Pilots get another chance as Graham's pass a little bit out of reach for Justin. And the referees will go to the scorers table and issue a flop warning against Jackson. And the ARK overall. Let's see the move. listed at 173. Ethan at 182 as a close one doesn't go in for the ARK. Numbers as Andy can't control it. King up in the air to Jackson, falling to the baseline as the ARK, look what I find. Brown with the block, and the kind of hectic back and forth ends in the Pilot's possession. Justin driving the gap, dropping it off to Andy, and one. Pilots getting back to a 10-point lead as the ARK will be getting a Quirk back in. Didn't even have his shoes on. Now he's ready to go. Alasang subbed out. Again, it's Justin who can dribble, penetrate. That's the ARK's emerging biggest problems. They allow, as we said, such a high three-point percentage to their opponents in this game. It's 7 for 13, or 54%. So when you have to contest with extra effort, the driving lanes become open as Brown bats it out for the rebound. Justin from 28 feet, knocking it down. Just one offensive rebound after another for the Pilots. That was their number 12. King will try to counter. He does. The shot is looking good for number 94. Looks like we'll have a delay of game as Davis going at Yulong, the referee, while Pauian trying to calm it down. There's no need to replay. There's nothing in the rule book about replays, and this is only a warning. So even if you feel that you were wrong, it won't cost your team. Justin, feeling hot, is fouled with a bad contest by the ARK. That's going to be on Quincy Davis. Another look at Davis after the contest, twisting his hip and bumping into Justin. Undisciplined contest. Pilots already crossing the half-century mark with 5:46 left in the first half. I do have the ARK's average on the season where they allow 55 points in the first half, but it gets worse, 65 points in the second half. All other Plus League teams see less scoring by their opponents first half versus second half. Now, to be fair, everyone's scoring goes a little bit lower besides the TSG Hawks. Koopsas now working off of Lington, gets the soft touch. Gosans go from 48.6 points to 48.7, so it's not a dramatic increase. Jackson guarded, trying to guard Brown as the ball gets loose. Funky looking offense because of the matchups as Graham had it poked away. Work on the left wing, looking for a pass. Pauian settles down, shoots it over to Quirk. To Weber, down to Koopsas, and not on the same page. That one passed out of bounds. Koopsas wanting Weber to lift up from the corner to the wing to give himself more space. Timeout called on the floor. It's time to take a break as the ARK need to talk things over to get back in this one. Down big against the Pilots.
还没有投入你抽奖帘的乘客，记得去参加抽奖哦。谢谢应援好伙伴棉豆腐。
Pilots playing their third game in 4 nights. A 7 p.m. Scheduled tip in this one. Giving a couple more hours. Not only Pilots crew performing in uniform, Pilots crew in the audience section in plain street clothes. I guess the other girls are also patrolling their areas. A travel called against Justin and a first possession turnover for the Pilots. And a look at the handoff. Right, left, right. Before the dribble. And out of bounds on the pass. So 2 straight turnovers by the ARK. Graham pressured to Alec Brown, lifting it over Koopsas, and it gets it to go. Fouled by Ethan, only the Pilots' first of the quarter. Sure to the relief of the ARK. Meanwhile, the score, I guess I should say the MC, announcing a timeout when the referee and the ARK staff were quite in sync as they talk it over mere 4 possessions after the Pilots timeout.
OK， 纯2-3哦，没有要变盯人。好，然后注意他这一边的 one， 你要 push， 不然他的5会来 PLG。如果他 PLG 做了这边的时候，这个人要过来，然后他一定是要传到这个位置。你要挡杨条线，这边的赶快上来，再追回去。
大人讲说，他们有异动想要上来挡的时候，就要先讲，不要真的来挡以后，我们来比分那个双方。
来，Let's go！ Yeah, I see. But you are pushing it. You are close pressure. Don't too far away.
Right of the timeout, Pauian with the 15-foot jumper. As the ARK try to battle the #1 Pilots. Have a too-high set against the zone. Now Brown screening for Graham. Screening on the dribble as Travion Graham from the elbow responds. Graham in the last game against the Braves, 11 points, 11 rebounds as Koopsas is fouled on the rebound. Slow to get up. He's a big man. And look at that one, Lington. A tug, maybe a hit in the back of the head. The referees are talking it over. If they're saying, as Lington's got his hands up, trying to get the foul on himself instead of Travion. There's not no contact by Graham, but I don't think Koopsas' hurt is coming from him. It's probably going to come from Lington. Standing behind him. In any case, Koopsas at the line. As mentioned, he's been a good free throw shooter this season. Already a perfect 3 for 3 tonight. They get 4 for 4. Open shooters in the corner as Alec Brown takes it. Jackson having to beat one, drops it to a Pilot as now Ethan will race the other way. Brown to Lington, not ready to shoot it. And he finds Justin open on the left side, it twirls in. The Pilots now with 61 and Justin a first half 26. Burke keeping it away. Justin putting up the pressure. As now Lington switched on to Jackson, leaving Weber open. His three is good. Down here from the left wing. Tumbleway is also joined by number 5, Eason Lee Hudson. They were announced on the same day as new free agent signings. And an illegal screen called on Lington, trying to plead his innocence.
Lington didn't put, I'm pretty sure.
Let's see the previous three by Justin. Like you said, in the previous play, he and Alec Brown were both trying to occupy that left corner. William Martino and Guan Dayo checked into the game. Koopsas and Jackson, they got the switch over to Weber, having made a three. And another foul, though it's Koopsas and Bialton feeling it. No, Koopsas much longer to get up after this one. Take another look. It was Lington bumping Koopsas into Bialton, and I guess it goes to show Bialton does a solid amount of work in the gym. He didn't feel as hurt as Koopsas did, but that's what we call Gus Antonio, where the contact of one player causes his subject to hit somebody else. Koopsas in the corner against Artino. And another whistle. That will be free throws. Artino trying to demonstrate and drawing some cheers and laughs from the crowd. Let's see Koopsas using two hands in different functions, of course. Nobody dribbles with two, that'd be illegal. Koopsas back in the lead for the top scorer of the ARK as we are under 2 minutes here in the first half. Ethan dribbling pass, flipping it back. Artino with the left hand way short, and eventually the ARK have the rebound. Pauian hook pass, Cork from the left corner. No, as Koopsas to a teammate, now to Jackson, easy make. So it's a 8-point game. And the Pilots commit another turnover. I think they were tied up. Warren Jackson's 4 made threes is one shy of the ARK's individual player record of 5, taking another one off the back iron. Under a minute as Artino takes a spill, and the Pilot turned it over again. Jackson to Allen, his 3 wavered. Pilots will try again as Linton with all day, yes. A pretty good fight from the ARK, but the Pilots keep distance. But a chance to get it back to single digits as Jackson driving, getting the foul. Won't earn it from the line. Linton, previous member of the National Chinese Taipei squad, will get a turn to rest before the break as Amdi is in for the Pilots, and the ARK will let Kupsas rest. Davis and George King. Jackson started his career back in 2021 in France. Last stop was in Poland. Missing the first, missing the second as Davis in the right spot to Jackson. Sidestepper 3, and no. Ethan, one man racing ahead against 4 ARK as time running down and a whistle comes. Just can't help themselves in the end. They stopped the initial break, but then the referee's calling a reach. Oh, the hand in by Zambaway. Definitely hope those come from the strong side official. As the referee saying goes, play away, stay away. A clink by Allen ends the first half, with the Pilots up 66 to the ARK's 53. Time for us to step aside as it's halftime here from Banqiao Stadium. The Pilots and ARK in the Plus League regular season.
Ladies and gentlemen， 各位在场的帅哥美女，让我们欢迎 Pilots Crew 带来的 We Are Pilots Crew。
怎么冷笑说我们不会闪耀？说梦在光会被现实吞掉。Pilots Crew 不为谁低头，不怕绝
精彩的演出，谢谢 Palace Crew。
谢谢 Palace Crew。现在呢，我们要进行中场游戏，舞曲大风吹。请我们工作人员来上下道具了。
It's halftime here from Banqiao Stadium. We expect temporary home of the Taoyuan Pauian pilots as Banqiao in New Taipei City. Banqiao is, you could cross through Banqiao to get to Taoyuan via 4- or 2-wheeled vehicle. They're engaged in a game against the Yankey ARK of Hsinchu, who play even further down the freeway, though, from Taoyuan. As there's the two team statistics, we have points, field goal shooting, three-point shooting, rebounds, assists, and turnovers. The most notable stat in the first half is certainly the Pilots' three-point shooting, led by Justin Lutrishan's 6 for 7. An incredible mark, as that surpasses PLEAGUE previous high in a Pilots game this season. He made 5. The Pilots also have an edge on the rebounding front, and that has resulted in, especially on the offensive end, where they have 14-5, a second chance point advantage, and that's got to be deflating to the ARK staff. They're trying to stick with a 2-3 zone at times, and when they do get the stops, they need to finish this off with defensive stops. There you see Justin, who's not the first to jump out of the gun scoring-wise, but ends up with 28 points in the first half. We'll have to look if that's a local player record. And the Pilots offense has been firing away with 66 points in the first half. So that is not the Plus League record. That was set by the Braves, who had 74 points in the second half in a game against the ARK. Defense remains the biggest problem for the ARK. And I think another thing that is also problematic is their local players aren't really participating much in the offense, and not just purely scoring or assist numbers. Think about it, all the ARK's offense is generated by Lauren Jackson. Being a threat from the outside, George King with his outside shot, and Kupsas scoring from inside, but the local players aren't participating much in their half-court offense, whether generating looks or being in the mix with the continuation offense. We'll get to leading scorers in the second segment of this halftime break. We have about 8.5 minutes to go before the action starts up again.
音乐律动一下。好，第二轮是8抢6，准备好了吗 ？DJ Vicker。
跟着我们的音乐一起摇摆。
嘿。
哦，大家很认真在盯着椅子看哦。鞋子喷飞啦！
哇，太帅了吧！玩帅哥的，掌声给他好不好？哇，起来直接让给弟弟做，哇塞哇塞！好，恭喜你们晋级啦！下一轮，我们要进行6抢3。啊，这个大哥真的是太帅气了。好的，下一轮也意味着专注度要再提升哦。准备好了吗？等一下哦，等一下。好 ，DJ Vicker。
跟着我们领航大舞厅的音乐一起跳起来啦！
哦，来，我 们来看一下，好，恭喜3位坐在椅子上的乘客。好，那这6位朋友都来到我们中圈，那先帮我欢迎这3位优胜的站前面一点哦，我们要来颁奖，谢谢工作人员。好，我们先让工作人员把地垫撤掉，谢谢。
好的，我们来到中间，我们一起来大合照。
我们先来颁发 WeCoWare 提供的水壶给到我们3位优胜的乘客，请问一下优胜的乘客来到 ，OK， 谢谢。好的，谢谢。好，另外3位乘客帮我一起加入，我们来合影留念，一起拍照，也有我们的参加奖啦。跟我们 Pilots Crew 一起来合照，好。看到中间摄影师拍得下吗？可以吗？3、2、1，耶！来一张，3、2、1，赞啦！好的，谢谢我们乘客，谢谢。谢谢 Pilots Crew
获得我们WeCoWare提供的魔法水壶。
下半场的比赛在5分半之后会开始，请各位稍待片刻，很快回来。
The East Asia Super League resumes with a triple header on January 21st, with Sonomiya hosting Hong Kong, Changwon hosting Albark Tokyo, and the Macau Black Bears and the Ryukyu Golden Kings playing in a neutral venue, as that one has been had a location change. The ARK top scores as Jackson with 14, Kupsas with 13, and George King coming off the bench with 12. Tomboy getting the start in this one, he has 5, and then it goes to Allison Juve and others with 2 points. Lauren Jackson actually started his Plus League career with 18 points on 2 of 8 3-point shooting, and that was followed by 16 points, 3 of 13 shooting. And his 3-point percentage has been boosted recently by the game against the Braves, 4 of 9, and also a 3 for 7 against the Pilots. Though this game, his 3-point prowess is really a threat that the Pilots have to be aware of. Well, Justin, with the first half, 28 points, is the only double-digit scorer for the Pilots, followed by Graham's 9. Guan Dayo, all 8 of his points in the first quarter. Willem Martino coming off the bench with 6. Starting center Alec Brown with only 3 points. He's only attempted 2 shots. Held out a little bit with some foul trouble. Justin's scoring. And especially on the outside where he's 6 for 7 shooting the 3-pointer. He's made some mid-range jumpers, and whenever he gets to the paint and finds a lot of Yankee ARK defenders able to deliver assists to get that offense going. That's kind of what I was referring to in the last segment about the local players. We'll be back in about 3 minutes before the start of the second half resumes.
赛将在50秒回到场上，请我们所有整个球迷朋友们以缓缓的回到座位。上下阶梯呢，注意安全。非常开心，今天有这么多的贵宾来到板桥体育馆支持桃园福苑领航员。比赛即将来到第3节，目前比分66比53。
The Pilots number 3 Anderson giving broadcasting a try. His doppelganger at the Mandarin broadcast table. Formosa Television's own Jason Huang Tongtao in his 3rd straight game of action as Tai Jingjing, the main commentator on assignment. Against the zone, Justin getting Ye Weijie on the slide. In plays for starter Tumbleway as Justin. No, but Amdi there on the ricochet rebound. The schedule makers were nice to the ARK as Warren with a leaning 2. The ARK has pushed out their zone, it seems, compared to the first half, as Brown's 2 is no good. And a foul on the rebound. That's a RB, what are the words? RBQT? Rhythm, balance, quickness, OS. Foul. You see the player with the possession of the ball off balance as Justin almost jumped the pass. As I was saying, the schedule makers were nice to the ARK if you believe the preseason prognostications and the resume of the Pilots. Close miss for Allen in the corner. Justin driving the gap and a foul. Just dicing the ARK defense up at will. The ARK did not play the Pilots until their very first home game. And that was game 10 of the season, despite the Pilots playing 3 home games as another aggressive play, but another whistle as now I think the ARK bench will be getting a warning. Oh, with Travion Graham being flung in that direction. I wonder if he was chasing after the ball as dangerous inbound pass. Justin to Graham, and it's Quirk a little late on the slide, and just like that, ARK already with 14 fouls. With a fresh 14, Ethan to Graham in the corner, back to Ethan, and good hands by the ARK to poke it away. He's going against Andy, spinning baseline, and it was covered up, still getting it to fall. Good effort by Andy, but even better offense by Koopsas. Brown gets a touch from the corner. Graham being stopped, but a backdoor, and Bayou's head with the easy deuce. Perfectly lulling the ARK defense to sleep, and then cutting in an opportune time, and his teammate with the dish. As Jackson, no good. Take a lot of layups in this game. Skip over to Travion, walking up to a three. Easy work. Look forward to more Travion Graham content on the +League YouTube channel. Hit that subscribe button while you're here. Jackson controlling to Koopsas. Quick foul is called. It's on Ethan. Get another look at nobody communicating on the backside. Now, understandably, Marcus Quirk is worried about Alec Brown and his sharp shooting from the corner. Might have been an off-ball foul by Ethan. Koopsas take a rush shot. Felt some pressure. Anyways, the ARK played the Pilots for the first time at home as Graham getting a paint touch. Ambu looking for a corner. Back to Alec Brown. Catch and shoot. Got it. Hardly any resistance, and a mere 3 minutes into the second half, the ARK call another timeout, or call their first timeout of the second half. Things getting away from them. A 10-4 second half start for the Pilots.
诚意营业中，热舞的时刻又来啦！跟着 Palace Crew 一起跳跳我们的舞，一起跳出我们的舞蹈，跟着一起。这是我们的享福牌打发财辉夜特别版摩的舞，乘客们一起跟着空姐们跳出我们特别版的摩的舞，享福牌打发财，跟着我们一起呐喊这个口号，跟着一起跳出。 一起呐喊，享福牌打发财！哦，非常好，非常好，就是这样，扭起来，非常好，享福牌打发财，跳得非常好哦，非常好，非常好，跳得非常好，一起喊哦。
Jason getting involved with the promotion for a automated mahjong table. Oh, so does Wu Mingxian. His picture is still in the hallways from old Super Basketball League posters and All-Star Game festivities. Finding a little bit of fun and joy in between the action. I keep on trying to start my point, but I can't get to finishing it. All right, so let me read them all off with the ARK of fresh 24 seconds as Zhang Cao Sud and George King and Alassane Diouf are subbed in. The ARK did not play the Pilots until Game 10 of the regular season. Despite the Pilots playing 3 home games, you would expect the 3 teams might get a rotation. The first game was at the ARK's home as Koopsas trying the 3, not quite. It was on a Saturday, where the ARK probably are more fresh, more mentally prepared, scouting report-wise, as Chen Jiangshuang doubled, and the Pilots get a wild shot by Justin. The first ARK's away game against the Pilots is the Pilots engage some pressure. Alassane hooking it, and we'll have to earn it from the line. Good transition offense by the ARK. The first away game at the Pilots was in this new venue, not at the Pilots' familiar Taoyuan Arena. There's a good pass by Pauian into space, not exactly at his man. Song no good with the first. Made a 2 in the first half. And final point, the ARK are playing the Pilots the third game in 4 nights. As ARK get it back. Hardly a contest and a miss, and the Pilots come away there. Oh, wait a minute, one more thing. The ARK are playing the Pilots as a little slip and a reaching foul as Brown was making a move. It is Zhang Caosen with what looks to be more of a punch than a swipe. And the last point, the ARK don't play the Pilots from their last time to tonight with a 3-week gap. So it's plenty of time to go through the film. Not that you need to learn more about the Pilots, who not only are Plus League champions, there's plenty of film there. Plenty to study off of. I've also played in now parts of 2 East Asia Super League seasons. Even more film to study on them. King tries to give and go. But the Pilots now engaged in a double team and a travel call. If not for that, it could have been a 3-second call. Out of that timeout, the ARK have yet to score as Justin contested 3, buries it. Justin holds the Plus League local record player score. There's a wild fling off the window for Allen. One from the right corner grazes off the rim. Little off-ball move as Kupsas earns the 2. That's Pauian cutting without the basketball. That is a good demonstration of you need to have the basketball to help out your offense. Kupsas shows as the hook pass to Andy and gets away from the defense and lays it in. Chen Jiangshuang with the assist. Steal by Justin, has one man to beat. Keeps George away and good with the deuce. King's trying to get it back over to Kupsas. How about him from 5 feet away? So Jeremy Lin and Sim Gular have the league record with 50 points. Justin, 40 is the local player record. And Justin, another one. Pilots know who to get the ball to. Kobe trying to get it back as Graham gets the rebound to Justin on the right flank. Loose handles and he's fouled. Something he's still working on. You know, look, gonna need a better contest than what 175-centimeter Zhang Caosen can offer. Justin, pretty proficient tonight from the line as well. That last make puts him at 7 for 8. Oh, broadcaster's jinx. He's sitting at 36 points, and we have 17 minutes left in the ball game. Quirk, shot fake, now taking towards the middle of the court. Looking for Jackson, and Chen Jiangshuang does a good job covering it up. He catches. Dribbling to the middle of the floor. A tough fadeaway. No, as Justin comes for the board. Alec Brown did the blocking out. Behind the back. Owen, spin move, lefty. No. He's going up against Weber, who's forward size and I'm sure pretty sturdy. So not an easy assignment. Jonah Morrison's in as small forward. As another turnover, Alec Brown ahead. A little showtime, two hands for safety. 90-63 is the score. Burke looking for Kupsas, guarded by Brown. Weber. No foul call on what looked to be contact to me as Davis. A lucky ball underneath. Need to cover up Brown. Travion Graham from the right wing, left it short. Pilots have a couple guys, as do the ARK, ready to make substitutions at the next stoppage. Jackson almost got Graham. He's still chasing. Little pocket pie says Kupsas is hit. Free throws coming up. King due to come in for Kupsas, as Artino is in for Brown. The Pilots have not taken their foot off the pedal. A 24-10 third quarter. The ARK's problem, as we've detailed, are more on the defensive end. On offense, they average 96.2 points. It is last in the league, but their average points allowed at 120 is absolutely absurd. Graham, the wing, killer in the corner as start running the offense. Jonah to Graham from the free throw area, and Graham got his own board around Kupsas. Nobody blocked him out. Jonah Morrison just letting the vet take whatever shot he wanted, making whatever decision he wanted. How about Quirk from the corner? Marcus Quirk and a number of his teammates from the now defunct Kaohsiung Steelers getting the start in this one. How about Graham from the left wing makes the adjustment? That one was perfect. And funny enough, the ball gets away again. This time Davis not so concerned about how it got away, but maybe the ARKs did it themselves. A chance to substitution in George King as hey, how is he doing that? He's in the same, he's in two different places. And right away, Jackson goes at Jason, who played in some invitational scrimmage. It's Guan Dayo for getting in the way, his first personal. Anderson got some spare minutes in the game against the Braves. Second-year player out of Guoli Tita. Jackson now up to 16 points. He also has 6 assists. Graham to Artino, clutching, missing, and missing the putback. Up ahead to Quirk, and lays it in. Marcus Quirk on the nice feed from Jackson. Jonah creating some space, leaking it to Artino. Power dribble and a baby hook with the left hand from a tough angle. Jump pass to the other corner, a beauty as Yewei, a little strong and a rebounding foul. Look at Martino trying to battle Quincy Davis. Two of them played against each other when Artino was a member of the Lioneers, Davis a member of the New Taipei Kings. Davis on the season doesn't have a lot of stats. Now, he has been out of professional basketball for about 1.5 seasons. Makes 1 of 2. Travion from the middle. And Bird scoring through the sky, so natural. Warren trying to put on a tough move, but the help defense starts to break for the Pilots. Little lead pass back to Graham, and 1. The two imports keep finding each other on the break. It's pretty smart by Travion to try to split the other direction wherever Artino was going. Maybe Jackson has a case for hitting the basketball. Pilots' free throw struggles continue in this one. We'll already have a comfortable lead. King driving, seconds in the third quarter ticking down. Killer runner, and Artino no contest, and on his second effort with the putback and 1 more rebound. I think this is going to be an offensive foul against Quincy Davis, tangled up with Artino. And look, Davis, right arm hooked onto Artino's and slung him around. Where you wish you didn't have such long arms to generate so much force. Horn set for the Pilots. Haven't seen this in a while. Travion Graham just doing the loop-de-loop as Jonah Morrison with the catch and flush. Chen Li-Sun with the assist. And we got ourselves a chance to celebrate for Jonah Morrison. Bringing a lot of fans to their feet, in fact. Last second in the third. Loft and miss. 106 to 76 as the Pilots with a 40-point third quarter. I think the ARK have yet more soul searching to do, looking for their first win in the Plus League. Pilots cruising.
现在是我们的 We Cover 魔法水壶 Cam， 只要被魔法水壶指到的球迷朋友们，记得帮我跟着音乐一起扭动你的身体。常客指到你喽，跟着我们的音乐一起动起来。常客不要害羞，照到你了就是你，跟着我们的魔法水壶一起，非常好，使出你的可爱魔法。 是重操，可爱一下，可爱一下，使出你的魔法。再一次哦！跟着丽森一起，非常好。哦，我们主播要一起哦。球评跟主播一起，这个画面也太好看了。好，看到你们了，非常好，非常好，感谢各位乘客的大力应援，让我们继续使出魔法，赢下这场胜利。
谢谢肉头，谢谢大家。第4节来到场上。
Get another look at the highlight play to send us into the 4th quarter. Chen able to drive on Jackson and Jonah Morrison actually transitioning to a small forward. Hold on a minute. Who let Jason on the floor? Is he registered? I think they're close to the same height. Davis and Jackson, a good defensive effort as a pass to, I think, a cutting King as Travion Graham turns back the clock. Looked really spry and a clean lay-in. So if you're the ARK, you really just think, let's play our best ball for 12 minutes. And now Pilots switching everything and step out of bounds. Good feed by William Martino, perfectly. Justin sub back in. We'll see how long Yankey leaves him out there. Again, the Pilots playing their 3rd game in 4 nights, so fatigue is definitely on the mind, but twirling and bingo. Oh, the ARK's letting the home fans savor it. Justin Lu Jingxiang, 1 point shy of his own personal record. We have the following messages for you, and back after this.
Happy birthday!
Happy birthday!
我们今天也看到家康穿着非常帅气。
世新生日快乐 ！Happy birthday！Happy
birthday！
祝他。
Fresh in the game and immediately making a 3-pointer, Justin Lu Jingxiang. Sending the ARK coaching staff crazy. Ball screens, Jackson to Kupsas. Deflected pass, out of bounds. Good anticipation by Guan Dayo. That's where Pauian, of course, the pass is what the play calls for, but you got to be ready to shoot it. Right, again, ball getting away. Jackson collects. He's trying to go at Anderson. The deep 3. Almost. Now, Jonah Morrison, at times in his career, played center. Certainly billed as a power forward for most of his career. Now as a small forward, needing to try new things. Guan Daiyo to Justin, shooting the gap. Tough righty, good! 41 points in the new P.LEAGUE local player and Taiwanese-born player high, I should say. Quirk, a quick counter from the right corner. Had a good angle, but the rim just not kind. Justin starting a move. The ARK committed foul. And a look, Morris with the screen. Zhang Zheya, the former pilot, and Justin able to release it before Kupsas' shot block. Kupsas on the season, averaging 1 block per game, as Guan Daiyo swallowed up by Zhang Zhenya's defense. And an arrow for the ARK. Anderson has been on Jackson this whole time he's been out there, as Artino gambles on the pass, now needs to recover. Zhang Zheya, Maya, he's fouled. Guan Daiyo getting a thumbs up from his coach. Yeah, it was a foul. Just anticipate a little bit better. See that right hand come down as well. And maybe a good embellishment by Maya, Zhang Zheya. Was in the same draft class as Amdi, Ethan, and Wayne. The Pilots actually also selected another pick. Quick foul as Guan Daiyo came to go for the basketball. That's Artino's 3rd personal. Former member of Pauian when they were in the SPL, Chen, the spokesperson, former general manager, takes it easy as Kupsas over the top for 2. He's got 24 points. Justin being hounded by the defense. Kicks it. Guan Daiyo's open look, takes advantage of it. As we mentioned at halftime, Guan Daiyo did not score in the 2nd quarter nor in the 3rd, as the ARK coughed it up. It's a 4-on-3, and Guan Daiyo's named again. Justin, another assist. That number for him now stands at 5, as Jackson making a run for it, and ball off of his shoe. Oh, look out. In a crowd, Anderson. The lefty floater. I didn't realize Jason could do that. Total was full of tricks. 120, the ARK's average. 14-2 start as Pauian gets to the cup. There's certainly a lot of praise for his hustle and heart. Trying to get substitutions in, he takes the foul. Our chance to meet Caleb Jiang Jiale, number 4. Seriously, Jason, when did you turn into a lefty? See, Anderson or Allen able to drive on the much bigger Jonah Morrison and Will Artino. Smart. Justin driving, dumping it off. Jonah, and I don't know if he was trying to pass it or shoot it. He was hacked, and more free throws. Yeah, they are completely selling out to stop Justin, and yet the offense continues to run. You see Marcus Quirk and Mayao. Jonah was trying to go for a pass, so the referees, I think, correctly bring it for a BOB. Justin guarded by King as Artino's got a chance. Whoa, swallowed up by Justin. A quick fire 3 is off the mark as Anderson to Artino. What a find again by Jason. Guan trying to stay in front of King. He's tied up. Gets a pass off to Quirk. Now Zhang Zhenyan throwing it out of bounds. Zhang Zhenyan supposed to be billed as a good three-point shooter, but is a little trigger shy in this game. Might have heard on the coach's headset, Long saying that the Pilots are holding, they don't get called for fouls. Keep a closer eye on it. Justin drawing two, clutching in the air. No! Caleb will bring it up as the man in the pink shoes offers up a try. Right away to Justin, fading away and adding to that total. By the Plus League website with the box score, PLEAGUEofficial.com/game/7-676 as Quirk gets the lay-in way up to Justin. Somehow keeping it in bounds. Quirk with the effort rebound. I'd imagine it's time to bring Justin out of the game. The Pilots with 124 points are looking to set their team record of 127, also against the Yankey ARK. Now again, the Plus League record tied by Sim Bular and Jeremy Lin at 50 until they bring Justin back in. I think Quirk followed up his own miss. Oh, excuse me. I was not around for it. I need to correct myself. Last week, Archie Goodwin III broke the record with 51. It's too fresh. Crazy skip passing by the Pilots. Archie Goodwin doing it on 16 of 26. Pilots keeping it moving as Anderson is stuffed and a shot clock violation. How could I forget? Archie Goodwin doing so in a game against the Yankee ARK on January 4th. Made 8 threes. Also 5 assists. Caleb stripped off the ball. No, a foul called. Do like the way he's playing in this game. Out of Bellevue was a rookie free agent signing. Jonah Morrison is pulling the trigger and getting the bounce. 1-27. More subs due to come in for the Pilots. It'll be an interesting lineup. George King has sought a lot of Guan Dayo defense. Crossover behind the back. Spin counter to the jumper. And a nice one. Guan Dayo did a good job staying in front, but King, the jumper is better. Jonah having made one, goes for another. Ooh, big brick. Good contest by the ARK. Spread out wide, they have Maya with the floater. Something as runner definitely did not look so refined in his days as a Pilot. Taylor Guan Dayo. Jonah. Pass fake behind the back to Artino and an offensive foul. A shove by Jonah Morrison will be a turnover as Artino and Guan Dayo will take a seat. So relatively speaking, a bigger lineup. Andy Linton as the bigs, Jonah Morrison as the small forward. Lane and Anderson at guard. Against the ARK, who have King and Kupsas as lookout. King's pass actually reaching the audience section higher than the front row courtside seats. We got this general audience seating. And in this cold weather, that could not feel good to the hands. Anderson passes to nobody. Considering that the ARK will still play with 2 imports, I wonder if they'll bring back Jackson, try to develop some rhythm and chemistry. We do have a man heading toward the scorer's table. King good with the second. He's got 18 points as Warren will actually take his spot. So the Pilots bench trying to figure out this zone as Anderson kicks it to Jonah, taking his time. To Jonah Morrison on the hammer action. That's the look you want. Throws out as Taoyuan switches hands. Good move there. Like our scorekeepers need to catch up. His name is not even on the in-stadium scoreboard. That's Linton in some trouble. Jonah, another catch and shoot. That's halfway down and out. Way violent on the block out. MD ended up 10 feet away from the Kupsas, although you can see Kupsas's momentum was going that way. Okay. So the only Pilot not to score in this game, backup point guard Chen Swang with an 0 for 5, but he does have 5 assists. That's good. And if you don't count number 12, Lee Jiakong, who is active today, but in street clothes. Under 3 minutes to play. Now the only thing realistic for the Pilots to achieve is possibly the league scoring record for a single game. 10 Lee said, just a little bit off. Time running out as a floated pass is a turnover. How about Andy giving it a try? No, he'll let Wayne give it a go, and that 3 is down. Wei now with 5 points to his name. We're in scrimmage mode. How about Linton with a sidestepper 3? I think so. That wouldn't be the first, though. We've seen him do it in his career. Caleb, left side step. There's a good look as board right to Koopsas. I'm sure the big man won't say no to that. But they cough it up. And the one man to beat tries the Euro. Marcus Quirk looking at the bench, trying to convince the Yunguang to get a sub. He will be granted that, and bringing in starter Zambaway. This is unique because, again, Zambaway's engaged in a meeting. The third one joins in too. I didn't realize it was so confusing. Well, Zambaway, like I said, a free agent signing in the game, I mean in the season, so kind of needs those reps. The Pilots' three-point percentage is coming back to earth here in this fourth quarter, but as it stands right now, 57%. The ARK on the season allow 40.6% three-point shooting. Well, guess what? The league's worst defenses, I looked it up as an Ambi 0 for 2. The Steelers last season, 31.3%. The Steelers 2 years ago, 31.7%. The Lioneers, season 3, 32.5%. The Kings, as an expansion team in season 2, 30.8%. And the Pilots, back in season 1, were the worst defense and allowed 32.2 percentage points from 3. And I point that out because on average, the ARK basically give up 10 points more per game than all those other teams as Amdi forced to miss. It would take one more three for the Pilots to tie the Braves record as a push in the back foul. Maybe it'll give them a better chance with the clock stopped. Have a look at K-Bit. That is quite a soft tap.
Really nervous.
Nonetheless, Caleb with the trip to the charity stripe. Previously 1 for 2. Drives down to Linkson, and eventually a whistle comes. Well, it'll take some aggressive basketball by the Pilots, or a make, miss, and then an offensive rebound, and then another make. And a miss. Warren batted out of bounds. He's starting to move. And Andy came over with the help. Five-second shot clock, game clock difference, and Koopsas blows the easy one. Well, the Pilots don't set the league record, 2 points shy, but have a new team record in individual game scoring, and Justin Lu Jingxiang not only crosses the 2,000 point mark as an individual, also sets the P.LEAGUE Taiwanese-born player high of individual scoring with a final of 43 points. Yes, shy of non-imports Jeremy Lin, who had 50. But Archie Goodwin, I need to remind myself, set the record the last Braves homestand. There you see the ARK still unable to provide much defensive resistance, allowing 131 points. Remember, their season average is 120. No plus league team has been a worse defensive team than last year's Steelers at 104.8 points. So part of you can hope for a regression to the mean, but the reality is the ARK defense has left a lot to be wanting out there. As they head to the locker rooms, the Pilots go around the court with high fives. ARK's top scorer was Hoopsas with 23 points, 16 rebounds. He was joined by George King with 20, Lauren Jackson with 16, and Marcus Quirk. What a good hustling game, 11 points and 5 rebounds. Meanwhile, the Pilots, with a glistening 131 as their final total, able to do so on 54% from 2, 57% from 3, and ooh, okay, there's the blemish, 11 for 25 at the free throw line as a squad. They certainly cleaned up their turnover problems, only 6 in the second half. They moved to 9 straight victories in a row, and when they next play on January 17th, the next game in the Plus League schedule, Saturday in Tainan, will have a chance to tie the win streak record at 10. Set by the third season Pilots, who did it early in the first year of Yergi's Pilots tenure, but then they went on to lose 9 straight, which was a Plus League record. Got into the playoffs, were swept by the Braves in that playoff series. And the season 4 Dreamers were able to do so also early season. I think it was game 3 when they started that win streak. But they would fall to the Kings in the first round. So long win streaks may be a bad omen. The Pilots last season did not even go on such a long winning streak, as Anderson, somehow swapping to the suit, is situated at the jump circle, ready for the player of the game interview, and I can imagine we know who it's going to be. The 36-point difference between these two teams is not the greatest this season. That was actually Braves defeating the Ghost Hawks in a very seriously taken revenge game. They won by 38 on the Saturday night, January 3rd.
最佳飞行员，相信大家都知道是谁了。让我们欢迎夜王69卢俊祥。
I think we've waited enough. Justin announced as the player of the game. He was the last in the high five circle going around the floor. And to Chen Li Sen.
欢迎所有的飞行军团丢钞票喽！
Oh, boys, don't hurt our equipment. I think Anderson smart to stay away, as I think that was LJ getting in on the fun too.
丢得越大力，看得出来队友有多爱卢俊祥。
I
还好吗？俊祥还好吗？
We might need to check in for injuries.
好，今天相信所有的球迷以及你个人都已经知道为什么你今天站在这里。第一节的时候你就拿到了生涯例行赛2000分的得分，下半场又刷新了个人43分的得分，可不可以跟大家分享一下此刻的心情？
其实比赛前的时候就知道有2000分这个记录可以去突破，但也跟教练说，那其实赢球是第一优先，对，然后才知道我的记录。那其实这样4天3战下来，其实就是还蛮辛苦的，就是也辛苦工作人员还有球迷们。那我们3天的胜场都有守住，就是献给你们的。
能不能来谈一下，在开季的9连胜，其实你们今天又刷新了联盟的纪录。那在这样子的过程当中，你们从桃园巨蛋来到了板桥体育馆，看见这么多的球迷，从桃园移师到了新北市，还是不离不弃。有没有什么话想要跟球迷们说？
这个不离不弃不是只有这个赛季开始，我们也有10连败的过程啊。领航员的球迷也有参与在其中。对，那现在今年进步成这样，大家也看到眼中。就除了感谢你们到现场来这里，还是感谢。
非常恭喜卢俊祥以及领航员在今天算是这个纪录之夜，有非常多的记录，大家可以透过我们的转播都可以来了解。最后，既然来到了领航大舞厅，阿 Tino 已经有跳过舞了，那今天的纪录之夜，应该全场的球迷们都在等你，卢俊祥。有音乐吗？我们的 DJ 老师。
我不知道。卢俊祥。
音乐不停，69不能停。
谢谢。
尖叫声送给卢俊祥，
恭喜俊祥！
掌声以及尖叫声送给69卢俊祥，今天是属于他的纪录之夜。那也请卢俊祥帮我们在镜头前面签下 MVP 的印记。
谢谢聪聪。
So Justin sharing that he knew he had a chance to go for 2,000, but he and the coaching staff talked. Winning comes first. Tough to play 3 and 4, but thanks to the fans, not just this season, but even through their losing record years ago. Thank them and the stadium staff. We'll go to break before a final word from Banchao Stadium, where the Pilots win 9 in a row.
好的，我们 Pilot School 一起来拍照。Pilot School， 来，玩起来，是不是？好，看一下中间摄影师，3、2、1，耶！再一张，3、2、1。好的，现在前方跟后方的乘客，俊祥要来送球喽。写好了，后方的乘客。好，现在有砸到人了吗？没事吧？没事 ，OK。你要签下我们胜利小飞机。签完之后，也要欢迎今天最佳飞行乘客，有跟我们俊祥一起来合影留念，欢迎你，欢迎你，欢迎你。好，谢谢我们棉豆腐提供的棉豆皮，大家一起来合影哦。要不要2排？来，排到数来哦，排起来是不是？3、2、1，耶！好的，谢谢。好，谢谢我们乘客。最后，请俊祥帮我们挂上胜利小飞机。再一次尖叫声送给69卢俊祥，
恭喜俊祥！
再一次恭喜俊祥。好的，那现在我们要来颁发这个催眠面包枕头啊，要送给我们非人席用心干扰客队罚球的乘客，欢迎你们，欢迎。好。来，大家一起拍张照。看到中间摄影师，3、2、1，耶！再一张哦，再一张哦，3、2、1，耶！
once again, 131 to 95 is your final score, where the Pilots sweep the homestand with wins against each of the P.LEAGUE opponents and continue their dominance over the regular season after being last year's regular season #1. Lots of post-game responsibilities for the player of the game, Justin Lu Jingxiang. Scored 43 points and did so on incredible efficiency. 14 for 21 from the field. The ARK just not had any answers for him out on the floor. The Pilots, with the big victory, demonstrate their superiority. They took 13 more field goals in a game where they also took only 3 fewer free throws. The rebounding margin in the end, not too big, but 38 assists, I believe. And I am confirmed that is the new team high this season, previously set by the Pilots when they last played the ARK. So their dribble penetration was just too much for the ARK defensively, who tried to play a lot of zone tonight, and it still was not enough to stop the Pilots. They didn't need to enact too many plays, just have one guy blow through the gap. Meanwhile, their local players were not big participants in the offense, like, of course, Justin can be as a scorer and as a very dutiful facilitator as well. The Pilots maybe caught a break having to play the ARK on the Tuesday. A lot of rotation to get everyone involved, really burn out the candles and get ready for some rest before they set their sights on Saturday in Tainan, where they played the Ghost Hawks, who will be engaged in a 3 games in 4-night homestand themselves. The ARK will be the Sunday night matchup with the Ghost Hawks. And also there's a Braves Ghost Hawks Tuesday night game. The Pilots will have a chance to tie their record against the Ghost Hawks next week with 10 straight victories. And if they are successful, their record-breaking, if we're getting ahead of ourselves, could take place a week later against the Braves in Heping Gymnasium. In the East Asia Super League, the Pilots will play on February 4th in Okinawa Suntory Arena, their last game in the group stage. Right now sitting atop 4 wins, 1 loss, with the entire field's best 44-point margin, points scored over points allowed. That will matter a lot for their chances at a possible East Asia Super League title, getting a first-round bye in the new format of playoffs. I think that's enough from us. On behalf of Wu Mingxian, Huang Zhongcao, I've been Ryan Chen, and also on behalf of our broadcast partners in the league, thank you for watching. We'll see you in the next one.